you want to take the lead this time?
Sure.
Okay. You don't have to if you don't want to.
No,
I did it yesterday.
JT.
No, I know.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Pleasanton, California. This is the USA Racquetball Junior National Championships here in Pleasanton. It is a beautiful day outside, and inside we've got 8 courts full of activity, including this show court. Annie Roberts taking on Erin Slutsky, 1 versus 4. I'm joined by Karen Grizz. Karen, this is Annie Roberts' first singles match of the week, given the fact she got a bye into the semis.
Yeah.
And Slutsky played very well yesterday, taking out the 5 seed. And so advantage, at least in singles, for Slutsky, who's played on this court. Roberts, though, will be the heavy favorite.
Yeah, I'm excited for this match. Good to be here with you. This is the semifinals, as Tim said, and the other semifinals. 2 names that if you're in the junior world, you'll recognize: Shane Diaz and Gracie Wargo. So that'll be later this afternoon. So both semifinals, great lineups. I'm looking forward to this one. But I think you're right. I think Annie is going to come out and try to show why she's the #1 seed.
Indeed, and Roberts was a single participant at the Junior World Championships last year. Trying to get there in singles and doubles again this year.
Yeah,
Slutsky wasn't able to go last year, and actually has been hampered by a shoulder injury for several months, and played in February at our LPRT stop in Arizona. And it was great to see her back and playing, and she's playing well.
Yeah, definitely good to hear that she's coming back. Injuries are tough, as we all know. Myself coming back from shoulder surgery last summer. You know how difficult a shoulder can be.
Yeah,
so Annie starts off with a great serve to the forehand side, just didn't come off the wall.
You need to stop hitting the ball so hard, Karen.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure that's the problem. Maybe I just need to stop swinging so weirdly.
Couple of unforced errors from Slutsky. Roberts, one of the most professional players I've ever seen. Does everything by the book. Preparation, scouting, mental toughness. She's a consummate pro.
You can't even look at her form on the serve. It's like perfect form on the serve,
But Slutsky gets the side out.
Yep.
It was a good Z serve.
So Erin gets her first chance in the service box. Zero serving 2. Pick up off the wall, gets the unforced error from Annie, so she gets on the board. 1 serve 0, or 1 serves 2, I mean, sorry.
Slutsky has a lot of power. You'll see it here in this drive serve. But overswung when she had the opportunity. Take another look at this, staying upright, and that caused the ball to stay up for Roberts to put away.
Well, that's a perfect shot by Roberts too. Again, she got there quickly, put herself right in position, perfect form to take that shot.
Well, Slutsky hit 3 sidewalls on 3 shots. Eventually, the last one, the sidewall was good enough. You know that she's trying to go straight down the line on those shots and just not executing. Got away with it.
Yeah, she just has to settle down, I think, a little bit early in the match.
Let's hear what the call is.
Annie did the little appeal wave, like she wanted to, almost with her hand, and we're like, you can't appeal to the referee.
Well, I think she was asking for a screen serve.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
But Erin gave the fist pump. Oh, that was a great just point for Annie Roberts. She moved Erin around the court side to side. Kept her scrambling a little bit.
Robert supported by the Minia Athletics crew of Erica and Adam Minia, Bobby Horn. Slutsky supported by her brother, a longtime coach. Slutsky will ask for a replay and gets it eventually. Referee lost for quite a while on that one.
Well, you know, the ball hit right in the crack in the front, so it came out slow. So I'm not sure she would have gotten to it even if she did go on a full-on run. But I can see why that call was made. All right, Erin skips that backhand, gives Annie a service winner. The 3 serving 1. No. This is. You can. All right. Yeah. I guess we just better. We'll have you do the next one. I'll do the next one. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay, well, Annie Roberts is up 4 serving 1, and I am going to do some other duties, so I'm going to pass this off to our good friend, Carrie Reitmeyer. She will close this one out with Tim.
Hi, Tim. Look who's back.
Gary, always good to see you.
I'm not going to lie. I just got back from a siesta.
At 11 a.m. in the morning.
But we had an early game this morning. We were up at 6 and over here at 7:30. So,
well, we've got an early timeout on the court. It's 5 serving 1. Annie Roberts is in control early. And we're back live. Annie Roberts leads in game 1. It's early days, of course. I like the timeout from Slutsky. 3 timeouts allowed per game, so a 5-1 lead. Probably a wise one from Slutsky. Let's see what she does with the return of serve.
I obviously a little late coming. So, Annie, what's she done to get here? Has it been serves? Has there been some good rallies?
It's about consistency. Playing the smart, I mentioned this before. I worked with her in Guatemala last November and was really impressed with her willingness to just listen and adapt and execute what she needs to do in order to be successful.
Coachable, right? That's what we call that. Yeah.
Very.
I know I brought him up yesterday, but I'm working with a kid that's very coachable. And some of it, I think, has to do with the fact that we got him. He had never stepped foot on the court, and we found him right away and got to be working with him. So, yeah.
But Roberts does a lot of the small things right. And we were talking earlier about Slutsky's hitting sidewalls. Her down the lines were hitting sidewalls, whereas Roberts, you can see there, isn't hitting the sidewall. It's 7-1, Roberts leads.
she's always prepared. She's got good footwork. You know, she just is always in that ready position as well.
Okay, that's better. The ceiling ball was not as effective as it should have been, but Roberts couldn't take advantage. Let's see, forehand pinch winner. Over to my right, we've got an 18 girls doubles going on.
And I talk about it a lot, but those 2 shots leading up to that, great footwork by both of them. Pulling the ball back and around, shuffling back, and obviously ended up for a point for Erin.
Yeah, Erin's a much more emotional player. Plays with a little bit of fire and passion. You'll see that with the fist pumps and the noise. Roberts is a lot calmer, more calculating, maybe. Keeps her emotions a little more under wraps. There's another loose ceiling ball.
Yeah, caused Erin to play some defense there that didn't end up working out. Even Erin's position in the back, very relaxed, standing upright.
There's the unforced error from Roberts. Slutsky did well to push that ball deep, forcing Roberts to take the shot. The shot was there, but a little too low.
Verifying the score, it looks like, Annie. Perfect pace, nice execution. Gets her back in the service box. I remembered the girl's name, Connie Martin. Does that name ring a bell? That was a gal that was traveling around the country back in the late 80s, early 90s, teaching people how to play racquetball. She has a book, and you know, she put on a clinic for coaches, basically teach you how to coach. But
I think we're continuing a conversation we
from
had yesterday.
yeah,
That
you
our
got to stay
fans-
with me.
Yeah, but the fans are like, "What are you talking about?"
So are you.
No, I knew what you were talking about. Yeah. Take another look at this. Just dies in the back of the court, and Roberts was waiting for it, salivating over that opportunity.
He had a plan.
Yeah. Little break for Slutsky, 2 serving 8. Ball again, hitting the sidewall, coming into the middle. Roberts was right there. So far, Roberts in solid control, not making many unforced errors. And there's a little fist pump from Roberts. You don't see that too often. I think in experience-wise, Roberts leads that, having been able to go to a few pro stops over the last season.
Yeah, she's one that I have been watching for what feels like a long time, but
And you can see Roberts has found something on the serve. Slutsky doesn't like this high love Z. A couple of unforced error returns from it. 10 serving 2. That one was well done.
And she made an adjustment, so that's great to see too. Before she got there, I was going to say she stepped up another step closer. Now had the Z fallen back further, that wouldn't have been a great position, but she tried it, worked, and she's taking a timeout as well.
Okay, we're taking a timeout too. Roberts leads 10-2.
WIS Inventory Solutions, Speed, Accuracy, Technology.
We're back live. Roberts leads 10-2. Slutsky in the service box. Hasn't really found any rhythm yet.
She did take the timeout after winning the serve back, so you wonder if she was looking for somebody to give her some ideas. And
Yeah, well, her brother's there. I mean, he's worked with her, I think, for her entire career, so they know he knows her game. I think some of it could be lack of competition practice over the last few months. Wow. Forced skip from Roberts.
you could have been thinking about Erin a little bit. Erin made her
She
presence
did.
known.
I like that.
Yep. Yep, I'm right here. Better be good.
A much better serve. Defense from Roberts was good, though. And again, Roberts hitting low and hard. Keeping the unforced errors to a minimum. If you've noticed that the unforced errors occurred when Roberts was serving, not receiving.
I'm nodding my head yes. I don't know if anybody can hear that out there, but yes, I noticed.
All right, Slutsky seems to have slowed down the momentum of Roberts. We've been stuck here a little while. Looking for a quality serve right now. There's a good one. And a nice little scurry to the front wall to pick up that ball, put it down.
Yeah, it could have been quite a bit different. It caught a crack there, but she was on the move. That's the other thing, to keep moving. Don't wait to see where the ball's going. You got to anticipate some of that so you're already moving. It's much easier to return then.
Okay. Little tight on that forehand side.
Well, we got unstuck.
We did. It's 4-10. Both of these players take their time before serving.
And the rule is they have 10 seconds once the ref calls the score to put the ball in play. It's a nice rally. Smart, wide cross-court pass by Annie.
Yeah, that's a really nice one.
Yeah.
He bounces for the back wall. Slutsky hits the floor. Couldn't pick it up. Roberts back in at 10-4.
My daughter in Omaha is watching, and she's rooting Annie on. I think she's watching at work, so I hope she's keeping it on the down low.
That's a good return. Take a look at this serve. Notice how it doesn't go as wide as it probably should. It means that Slutsky doesn't have to lunge to hit that ball. Comes right into the sweet spot, side out.
Have we already discussed, have these two been on the court against each other before? Any idea?
The JT
A
question.
JT question. Have they played each other before? We'll find out. Stay tuned. Sometimes it's so few and far between, and players can change so much in between there, but sometimes it's fun to know too.
Clean winner from Roberts. Look at how that right side opened up. And that loose return from Slutsky.
And smart shot.
Mhm.
Great selection.
Big skip from Slutsky. There's been one or two surprises this week. It's been good to see as well some players who weren't here last year coming back this year.
Like who? Who are you thinking of?
Somebody. Let this rally finish.
Sure.
Robert skips another. So a few unforced errors starting to creep in. Somebody like I don't know if he was here last year, but like a Julian Ellis.
Oh, yeah, not last year, but the year before.
Right.
So, yep, missed a year. How's he doing, by the way?
He's playing his doubles partner, his men's doubles partner, later today, Aswan Castaneda, in the quarterfinals of singles. I believe you're asking me off the top of my head here. I believe they're either 1-1 in doubles. I know they've lost one. They may have won two.
Yeah, I got to see him the other day. He's kind of a dynamic kid, and it's fun to watch somebody with the history that he has. His dad and his grandpa, and both of those players were really, I was playing, but not heavily involved in tournaments, so I didn't really know John Ellis. I met him as he was playing somewhat at the end of his career, but then now have come to chat with him a couple times. But it's fun to watch Julius, like I said, kind of knowing the history of the family there.
Mike Greenberg says there was an 11-10 tiebreaker at high school nationals. That was a while ago then.
Well, and JT came through. They've played 3 times, and Annie has won all 3. But yeah, 11-10. That's going either way.
Wide angle from Slutsky. Definitely, you sense the momentum has stopped. Right, Roberts was up 10-2, but Slutsky, even though it's still 5-12, you definitely feel like she's back in this. Great serve, great defense from Roberts.
And I'll tell you what's important is that Erin feels like she's still in this. That's the big thing, is that she's.
But that's at least the third ceiling ball from Slutsky that has not hit the ceiling, and you're setting up your opponent so easily. And so that was a mistake on that right side. We're going to take a break. Players have 30 seconds. We'll try to get back just in time.
Nebraska State Racquetball Association, made up of these 5 sponsors: Dave Anderson, Brian Goracki, Dan Muths, Charlie Pluskotch, and Carrie Ann Greg Reitmeyer, is proud to promote racquetball in Nebraska and across the country. Good luck to all of the junior participants. Longball LLC sells gearbox equipment. 100% of the net proceeds from sales used to help provide our juniors and collegiate club players with equipment to compete, as well as entry fees for local, state, and national tournaments, as well as attendance at events like USA Racquetball Junior Championships.
We're back.
We're back.
Timeout taken by Roberts, I believe. And I like the timeout. It's something that Paulo Longoria is famous for, taking a timeout when you lead. You take a timeout when you need it, not necessarily what the score says. So I like this from Roberts, just a reset. Some clean hitting from Annie Roberts.
Yeah. Pretty backhand. Oh,
almost. But you can see this whole, the whole story of this match so far is that rally. Annie Roberts controlling the point, Slutsky working hard, keeping the ball up, but setting up her opponent too much.
a little bit difference between playing offense and defense. Once you
Yes.
get caught in defense, you gotta.
And when you're on defense, you're more hoping for a mistake from your opponent rather than creating it.
Yeah, short serve there. So this is serve at first match, or game point opportunity. And this could do it.
There
Yeah.
it is. A straight down the line on the right
Oh,
side.
what are we? Oh, there was some confusion on whether that was 15 or not, but they got it figured out. That is
was.
game.
So Slutsky definitely has changed something in this second game. We'll be back to find out what as we resume here in Pleasanton, California.
Is this you every day you show up to the club? Do you have no purpose to your training? Do you not get better at racquetball? Hey, you! What the hell are you doing? You want to learn how to train for rows? Alright, let's get after it.
WIS Inventory Solutions, Speed, Accuracy, Technology. The Reaching Your Dream Foundation continues to support the future of racquetball by helping younger players grow both on and off the court.
Endo would be interior. Morphins. Are you morphing into something?
She meant to say, we're talking about Sandy Reed. at Junior Worlds.
Now we're back. Hey, everybody, getting ready to start the second game here. Although the score says 15-5, Annie may question whether it really felt like 15-5. I think Erin, as we were talking about at the end, really did a good job of staying in there, making her work for it. So we'll see if some changes have been made and she can come away with taking this to a tiebreaker.
Wow, it's not something you would recommend as a coach, right? Running all the way over, getting stuck on the left wall, and ripping a winner. But what I really liked from Slutsky in that was the serve. The serve started everything. It allowed her to set feet and start executing shots. Let's see if it can be replicated here. That looks well short.
Okay.
Late call.
I agree as well. Who's our ref down there? Do you know?
I don't know.
No, can't tell either. I stay down there because when you commentate, you're not typically right near the court. So we're kind of in a really cool mezzanine, though. This is a beautiful club.
Okay, it was another good serve. It created this. And notice how high that ball came up. Notice how low Roberts got to hit first. There was the difference, the height at which the ball was hit, and Roberts gets the side out 0-1. Good pickup.
Yeah, I was going to say Annie hit that with authority, but Erin was there to pick it up. Smart. Just smart. Took advantage or took the opportunity when it was given to her and put it down the line.
Oh, take another look at this.
I felt it was good. Let's see what the replay shows.
I think it was.
Still hard for me to tell there, but
Our opinion doesn't count here.
it doesn't. No. And an aggressive second serve.
Again, this is, to me, in this match, the difference is how low Annie Roberts waits for the ball to come and how quickly Erin Slutsky takes the ball high. I think if Erin Slutsky can just slow down, just let the ball come down a little bit more, maybe a half step more, it's going to force Roberts to play more defense.
I love that observation, and sometimes I wonder if it's a height difference too. It looks from up here, Erin.
Like strength could be.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, have you been in the gym working on those lunges that none of us like to do? The true confession, Carrie. I was in the gym this morning doing lunges, and I'm doing them, and I'm like, no, this doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. This is why I don't play anymore.
Funny.
You got to work hard, right? That's really nice. You want to be the best in the country, let alone best in the world, you have to put in the work. It's not just nobody's going to give it to you. You go down to Bolivia, where you have thousands of fans in that stand screaming Bolivia. If you've put in the work, you can trust your game. You haven't put in the work, you may fold. Oh, I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think you need to constantly be reminded and sometimes kind of switch it up, especially if you're working on your own. And I guess even if you're coached, your coach has to be able to know what's next and know that now we need some cardio. You know what? We've got our short serve there. Yeah, we've got our shots down, and you know you've got your serves, but now we got to be strong. And I'm seeing kids that are getting in games where one of them's getting tired and
Yep.
the other is not.
Yep. And that talented kid may have relied on that talent
Yeah.
to get them to where they are, and now they're paying the price. Or they've relied on their athleticism because they play other sports, but they haven't put much time in on the court. So either way, you could be paying the price. One of the things we'll be doing when we go to the Olympic Training Center for the juniors camp, that looks short, is
Agreed. Late call. Yep.
is talking about periodization. How do you change your training to prepare yourself for a big event so that when you go to that event, you are the fittest and strongest mentally and physically that you can be, so that when you have to play those big matches, you're in tip-top shape.
And I also think with these kids, and we call them kids because that's what they are. There is a learning. You can't just all of a sudden, boom, get a 12-year-old and teach them how to eat, how to sleep, how to work out, how to be on the court, and it takes some time.
Small steps.
Yeah, small steps. You bring them all in, and hopefully they all come together at the right time. But she was very close to that encroachment line.
What's the call now? Let's take another look at this.
Yeah. And he wanted a replay earlier, but then that.
We're getting a replay.
And we're also getting a plea.
Yeah, I think Robert's supposed to have a chat of why. And actually, her coach Bobby Horn was like, just replay. And I actually like this. I like this from Bobby because he may not agree with the call, but he's using that to just calm down the player.
Sure. Not get him more fired up.
I've done that too, even at Junior Worlds. No, that was a skip. I saw a skip. Did you see a skip? No, it's good. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a skip. But if I go skip, maybe then see the ref's terrible, and then they get in their head with the ref, and then it becomes a game against the ref rather than what am I supposed to be doing, playing my game.
Yeah, they're still discussing. You can see the door open there on our screen. So
it looks like we're having a change of refs.
Oh, there we go. Not because of this call. Probably somebody has to go play, is my guess. So I assume this call will stand as for sure.
That's one of the challenges of juniors is you have other juniors refereeing.
I know plenty of adults that do not like to ref.
Oh, sure.
So I'm hoping that, I've been kind of trying to help pick out people to ref too, and I'll even say I'll stand beside you. You make the calls, but they got to learn, they got to learn, and they got to learn early. It's part of the game, and you want your games to be reffed, so you need to get out there and ref some as well. Wasn't great execution there.
Slutsky thought it was good. Roberts thinks it skipped. The ref thinks it skips, and that's all that matters, 1 serving 3. But a much better start for Slutsky in the second game.
Yeah.
That was short.
Yes, didn't think so. I was more.
It was a late call, wasn't it? Very late call.
Yeah, I was more looking at where Erin had positioned herself in the court. She had her backside leaned up against the glass door, and it's like that is not. And again, in my opinion, that's not a great position to be in. You've already got to take 2 steps to get anywhere. And I just standing straight up, back against the wall.
Yeah, she moves forward as the server hits the ball. Yeah, takes a couple of small steps and then split steps. That's just the way she does it. What I will say is by the time she split steps, she's standing where most people stand.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I'm at Annie Roberts, this high lob Z has been quite effective. It's a good ceiling ball.
Oh, nice. Oh, she got
my
it.
goodness. That's incredible from Slutsky. Look at
I
this.
started to say nice try, and then it caught the front wall. Yeah, that was great. That's that long.
That's that you really want it.
Yep,
That's,
you really
you're
want it.
willing to go get it.
She continues with the lead here, so we'll see if that can get herself another point. Not quite. Just too good.
Yeah, great return from Roberts.
She
So-
really wants it too.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. With you serving 3 is a much, much better game than it was in the first, where Roberts really was controlling the entire orchestra on the court.
Jen Meyer is in the house.
So we're going to Bolivia in November. Jen Meyer told me, she told me a couple of months ago when we found out it was Bolivia, she's like, I'd vowed never to go back to Bolivia. Like, really? She's like, yeah, I got really sick.
Oh.
By the way, this is not normal Bolivia, okay? I didn't have any of these problems. She's like, I got really sick. Came back from Bolivia, landed in Miami, missed my flight, was in the Miami airport for 4 days.
What?
4 days. Yeah. Yeah, I could see why you didn't like that trip. But guess what? She's going back. She's gonna come back.
That is great. I just got to meet her for the first time last year at in Iowa at Junior Nationals, but we have a mutual good friend, so it was fun to connect that little dot, and I hear nothing but good things about Jen Meyer.
That's terrific. Clean hitting from Andy Roberts. Started with an excellent serve. Came off the back wall. Look at how low and hard that was. Timeout on the court. So it started 3-0, then 5 points for Roberts. The momentum is starting to shift. I like this timeout from Slutsky. We'll be back in just a minute to see what happened.
Longball LLC sells gearbox equipment. 100% of the net proceeds from sales used to help provide our juniors and collegiate club players with equipment to compete, as well as entry fees for local, state, and national tournaments, as well as attendance at events like USA Racquetball Junior Championships.
Hello.
We are back in the, oh, did I say it creepy again?
Sort of.
Sorry, I forget.
Not as bad as yesterday.
I gotta come up with like a real.
Yesterday, I scooted my chair back.
And I don't recall who took that time out.
Slutsky.
Okay, so Slutsky took the time out. She was in the lead, although it was a
Right.
small lead, and
But 5 points in a row, I think this is a smart one.
correct.
Oh, that's loose.
Yeah, and that's her wheelhouse.
Yeah.
If you watch Annie play, that's her wheelhouse.
Yeah, and this is drilling, right? Look
Yeah.
at how low. That's leg strength. Really nice shot from Roberts.
Yeah, another good point. That it comes from drilling, doing it over and over and over, so that it just is automatic. great pickup. And he had a smart shot and a good shot, but Aaron was just able to pick it. Yeah,
Not that
one.
time.
Yep. I got my little guy coming up with a. Oh, it looks like he has been called to the court. For those of you in Nebraska
You
that
need to
might be
clarify
watching.
what little guy means.
Yeah, Lucas is
Last
a
name?
young man. Lucas Frost, a young man I've been coaching for 2 years. He's been playing for just 2 years. And he is here playing up one division in the 14 singles. And then he's also playing 12 singles and 12 doubles with somebody he's never played with before. So he's got a full day today, Nebraska. He played one at 8 o'clock, and we have 4 left today. So it might be that Tim gets to continue on here so I can buzz over to court 7 and see how he get us started there. Is that okay with you?
Of course, JT will probably
Okay.
be happy to take over from you and wish you best of luck with your player.
Appreciate it. I'll have to check in on this because, you know, it's a good match. I enjoy watching this as well. So fun in the sun.
Hey, do well enough. If you coach well enough, Terry, you can come coach him in Bolivia too.
Oh, he's so fun.
No, no pressure on you though.
So fun. All right. We'll see ya. I'm out.
Tough shot from Slutsky, side out, but has been stuck at 3 for quite a while. Needs to really bounce back, get a little bit of momentum here because Roberts took the first 15-5 and is now just 8 points away from the match. Short serve. Big thanks to our title sponsor, Team Dovetail, as well as other major sponsors for this event, Gearbox Racquetball, WIS Inventory Solutions, and Penn. Well, that ball just scoots out from the corner, and there's nothing Slutsky can do about it. And Annie Roberts takes a timeout on the court. Again, taking one when she's up 7-3. We're going to take a timeout too. Back with you in just a minute.
All right, guys, for the next 4 minutes, we're going to be doing drive serves to the right side. Good job, Bobby. This time, I want you to get lower and use your hips.
We're back in. It's 7 serving 3. Roberts leads. Has played very consistent, and I think that's the key in this match so far. Slutsky's hit some tremendous winners. Covered a lot of court, but it's also made the unforced errors. And that really, JT, defines the match so far. Roberts pushing Slutsky around. Good rally, but eventually Roberts winning another point. Using the Penn green ball here at the Junior Nationals. Quite a firm ball. Pretty pacey, but these are panel courts, so not as fast as you might see on a cement court, for example. Ooh. Slutsky wants the avoidable hinder. Take a look at this. What do you see? Oh, probably true. Maripa Riquelme sitting next to me. She's doing some social media for USAR this week. There's that lucky bounce down the left side. Slutsky just couldn't pick it up. Side out, or excuse me. 8 serving 3. Big shout out to Slutsky wants to skip serve. I don't think so. Hands on hips. Are you sure? Estevi Perez Picon has been taking over Instagram for USAR this week and has done a really good job, has done some really cool little interviews with some of the players. You can see them on Instagram. You can also see them on the USAR Facebook stories. Not on the main feed, but the stories. And Roberts wants a replay, but I don't think we'll get that. Ball down, says our official Shetty. So a couple of calls that go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
So all square, 3 serving 8. That's much better. 3-shot rally. Started with an excellent serve to the left side. JT, who's next on deck?
All right, so up next, we're going to have boys 12 and under gold. What is his? Double check the first names. They're not on my list. We have Alejandro Robles Picon, and he will be playing against JT Wright from Missouri.
Okay.
So
Alex Picon was in Guatemala in November, claimed a silver medal in boys 10. This is close to where he lives. He and his 2 sisters are here competing in the tournament. Slutsky, though, back in the service box. You can see still has the emotion. She plays with a little fire. Annie Roberts a little bit calmer. Roberts sometimes does this as part of her routine just to reset. But doesn't and hits the unforced error for a point. Winner of this will advance to the final, take on either Shane Diaz or Gracie Wargo. For those wondering, the winners of the top 2, the finalists in singles, qualify for the Junior World Championships. Nice shot from Roberts, side out. The 2 finalists qualify, and then the winners of doubles qualify. So the winner of this will have the opportunity to go to Bolivia in November and represent USA. Yep, unforced error from Slutsky. Another point. Roberts getting closer to that mark. The team really self-picked based on how they perform here. The only time anything else changes. Excellent serve, Roberts. And look at that. Really nice cross-court winner. Really nice technique, too. The only time this changes is if a player in the top two or a member of the doubles team elects not to go or is unable to go for some reason. I think a timeout is necessary from Slutsky. 11-5, but not coming. And then there's a series of steps within the handbook that determine who can be selected beyond that. Oftentimes it's you would see the third or fourth place finisher. That looked like a skip to me. Call is good. Ref was having a chat with the mini athletics crew on the left. They were like, it's a skip. He's like, well, I didn't see it. Okay, well, then you have to call it good. Reprieve for Slutsky, 5-11.
And that's definitely something you want your junior refs to understand, is you can't call what you didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't call a shot bad if you didn't see it bad.
There's a point for Slutsky. Absolutely right. And also not to allow the presence of important people, coaches, and maybe well-recognized people, players, influencing your call just because you're standing next to them, which is a hard thing to do. Nice shot from Slutsky.
Riel?
So Robert's asking how many timeouts she has left. She has 2. She's taking one of them. Slutsky with a couple points at 7-11.
I'm Jessica Parrilla, and I play with Gearbox. A great athlete is make